Hello, Mr. Knight. Mr. Knight, I'm trying to press A and you don't want to speak to me. Mr. Knight! Oh wait, it's Hubert. He's just hiding.
Part 1. White Clouds. Guardian Moon. Where the goddess dwells. Long ago, the guardian Saros made an appearance during this moon. She had been summoned by the goddess, whose soul was suffering as the flames of war raged across Fodlan. Some believe that high in the sky above Saros, the Immaculate One's mighty wings are what powered the strong winds carrying the Guardian and her forces into battle.
$5,000. Alright. Claw would like to speak with you. Is now a good time? Yes.
Hey, Teach, do you believe in gods? I don't necessarily mean the goddess of the Saros religion, just gods in general. Do you believe that incredible beings who control the fates of all really exist?
Well, I do actually.
That's not the answer I was expecting. Though, honestly, I've recently become a bit of a believer myself. I've always hated the idea of praying to a god. After all, you can only really rely on yourself. I still believe that. You can't win a war by leaving your fate in the hands of a god. Only tangible facts can really decide a war. Which side has the most troops, the best tactics, the better organization and planning.
Stupid luck and power friendship.
Of course, miracles can happen. And by that, I mean things that are completely outside of your control. Things that only seem to add up if you believe in the concept of fate. Things like, well, like meeting you, for example.
What do you mean?
You just seem sort of impossible. I think everyone would agree with that. You can wield the sword of the Creator, you're a tactical genius, and you have this strange ability to earn the trust of anyone you cross paths with. Before I met you, I never imagined that it was possible for someone like you to exist. And yet, now that I know you, your presence in my life has quickly become invaluable. In fact, it's hard to imagine making my dreams come true without your help. Because of that, I can't believe for a second that our meeting was just a coincidence. That means it must have been fate. Maybe it was a miracle, or maybe some god empathized with me in my dreams.
Some god?
Again, I don't mean the goddess of Fodlan, though I suppose it may be hard for you to grasp what I'm talking about. People all over the world have different ideas about who or what the gods are, right? Even in distant lands across the ocean or over the mountains. They have gods who see the world as a whole, who don't care about Fodlan's borders, who don't meddle in our affairs, who don't grant life or take it away. And maybe, sometimes, they'll make a miracle happen. A god like that, that's the sort of god I think I could believe in.
I think I understand. Well, I kinda understand,
Careful,
actually.
Teach. You'll anger the followers of Saros if you say things like that. I'm just speaking my mind, that's all. I think people should be free to believe in whatever gods they want. If a person believes in a god and that god becomes a support system for them, that's a good thing. That's what a god should be. Anyway, maybe I've overstepped a bit.
Doesn't matter.
I knew you'd understand. In any case, let's keep this conversation between the two of us, yeah?
He truly is someone I can understand.
Day 5 of the Garland Moon, year 1157. Clear skies. I picked some flowers for her and returned home. The look of joy on her face at the sight of these flowers will be even more beautiful than the flowers themselves. Yeesh, that is enough.
Oh, god damn it.
His entries from before your birth are full of such romantic blatherings as that.
And what's wrong with that?
Oh, it must be deeply moving you to hear such things, but now is not the time for whimsy. Someone is here. You do not wish for them to see you in this state, so pull yourself together.
I thought I might find you here, Teach.
Hey, Claude.
Not the type to wallow in solitude, huh? That's a relief, let me tell you. So, what were you reading? Is that Gerald's?
It's his love letter.
The contents are certainly bittersweet, but I think it's Gerald's diary. Hey, maybe this has some entries from when Gerald left the monastery. Is that so? He was the captain of the Knights, but something made him leave the monastery in a hurry. If it has something to do with your birth, knowing what happened may get us closer to knowing what secrets the Church is hiding. Teach, would you mind letting me read that diary? I know how important it is to you, but I'm not asking lightly. Please allow me to borrow it.
I guess?
I'm forever in your debt, Teach. If you'd refused, I would have had to sneak in here in the dead of night. I wasn't looking forward to the prospect. Anyhow, let me fill you in on what's been going on lately, and not just as thanks for pointing me to that diary. Rhea dispatched the Knights to various locations in a frantic search for the enemy. There's a rumor that she's already secured some information. Something big is going to happen soon. That has me wondering, if you find out where the enemy is, what will you do about it? If you ask, No, scratch that. All of us students would gladly lend a hand, even if that means going against Rhea's wishes. Don't forget it. Now go. Everyone's worried about you. You'd better show them you're in good spirits.
Oh, thank you. You saved me.
If you were to die, then the mystery of our bodies would be revealed. Preventing that was my only aim. I'm afraid you must remain, Kronya. There is something I need you to do.
Oh, of course. I am always happy to cooperate with Solon. Leave it to me.
How annoying.
Flame Emperor, is she offending you? Unfortunately, we cannot take our eyes off her, so there is nothing to be done. You are our greatest creation. We use the defiled beast's blood as the fuel to your flame, that you may burn even the gods. Now is the time to cleanse Fodlan with that power and bring forth our salvation.
There will be no salvation for you and your kind. Those responsible for such gruesome deeds in Dusker and Enmar.
All so that you may acquire the strength you need, all for a purpose.
I'm trying to think that this Flame Emperor might have been Heresa. Maybe, that's what I'm thinking, not the Death Knight. Is there some history between Heresa and Mercedes? That's something to think about.
Hey, Professor. Got a minute? Look, I'm sorry I snapped at you. I didn't mean to lose my temper. I was rude to you. I should have known better.
I wasn't offended.
Huh, I thought you might say that. In that way, you're just like Captain Gerald. You accept other people. You don't let petty details get under your skin.
How do you know my dad?
Well, when I was a kid, I kind of latched onto him. I've been calling myself his apprentice ever since. He spent some time in the village I grew up in. Actually, you weren't with him back then. Why not? Huh. Maybe he left you with a relative or something. Anyway, back then, Gerald's job was to deal with poachers. Well, they were bandits, but we called them poachers. Nobody in the village could stand up to them. But your dad, he took them on like it was nothing. I was so impressed. All I could think was how amazing mercenaries were. I'd lived in that tiny village my whole life, so to me, Captain Gerald was nothing short of a legend. So I went right up to him and I told him I was going to be his apprentice. He didn't stick around long after that, but he did teach me a lot while he was with us. Tactics, strategy, training routines, it was all so new and exciting. So after he left, I kept at it, kept training, just like he taught me.
I'm glad you got to see him again before he died.
Me too. I always planned to meet him again once I became a top-tier mercenary. But I'm just glad I got to see him, to thank him properly and all. I've spent my whole life working to become a great mercenary like your father. There were so many times when I wanted to ask his advice, but I couldn't. That's how I've made it this far. Just hard work, all on my own. But then you come along. There were so many times when I wanted to ask his advice, but I couldn't. I just had to make do.
And that's how I made it, blah blah blah. Then you came along and ruined my life!
And it's like, you don't appreciate Captain Gerald at all, or how lucky you were to have him around your whole life.
Close enough.
No, it still really bothers me. You might be his kid, but I'm still his best apprentice. Got it?
Ah, damn it. You know what? This reminded me of Hana. Like, Hana was awesome. She was cool and all. But then you go to support and realize how much of a jerk that Hana is to you for some silly reason. Like, yeah, that's turning me off. That's the same thing I'm feeling with Leonie. Like, she's cool and all, but the fact she's like all mean to me and all stuff, it's, yeah. Why you have to do this for 2 new games straight in a row? I'm not talking about Echoes. I'm gonna get some tea. It's gonna make me feel better.
Thank you for inviting me. What a nice aroma. I really enjoy this tea.
Awesome, that means I just need to get 2 tea question right.
How relaxing. Wow. Yes. Yes. Are you sure?
Yeah, I figured that's not gonna work.
Being here calms my nerves. Oh, but I'll leave if I'm in your way. Yes.
Disagree. Perfect! It'll be more perfect to get 4.
Strength and stamina are necessary for fighting on horseback, as is footwork.
So yeah, you're more of a cavalier person.
Thank you for the treat. I had such a great time.
There he is. And my charm did not go up. Damn it, I should have went for 4. Oh no! My character's so sad. And Mood Whip. Sometimes I wish it doesn't do that. Alright, let's do this. Begin exploration.
If you must weep, then weep. I shall be here for you.
Thank
Well,
you.
it would be ridiculous to not feel anything after something like that. Go on and let it out. I am here.
And I can make fun of the fact that I'm crying like a baby, but seriously, Gerald was an awesome dad. I'm not gonna make fun of him for that. Or Violet, for that matter. Oh, it's kinda empty-ish around here. Greenhouse, right.
It is a shame what happened to Gerald. I am sorry. There are no words. Leave some flowers on his grave for me.
Captain Gerald's gone. He's gone. And we'd only just reunited. I'm sorry. I'm sure this is even harder on you. But I just can't. I can't believe.
That's like, it's like if a close friend of yours dies or something like that, and you know, like it still hits you hard, but is their family members that is like suffering even more for that. That's how Leonie's feeling right now. Yeah, I'm not gonna go even further about that.
I'm scared. I feel that I don't understand the world. How could something like that happen to Gerald? He was so strong.
Even though you're scared, push through.
You're inspiring, Professor. I'll do my best.
That's actually a very good life lesson. Like, even if it's down and out, you should push it through. I know it's just cliche-ish to just say it, but it really is something that is a saying that it will help you out through tough times. And I know about tough times. 3 notes, let's see what we got here. It really says in Emperor according to spread, I think it's time for a change. You would do well as a ruler friend, Dan. I guess if I say that, he's gonna be happy. Of course. I feel like tough fire will become legend, mostly used to Sarah. Those really weapon you have to wield. You want to make history, mark on history. Why would bare hands just make it seem tough? God damn it! Found one for paint a shop. Good shirt. Sylvain? Yeah, they both like art. I mean, Sylvain likes my stupid landscaping things. That's for sure.
Excuse me. Not just Tomas, but Monica too. We can't be sure who to trust anymore, can we? Who are these people really? What do they want?
These people, they're scaring poor Ash. They must die. Well, holy snap, Bernie's out of her room.
Professor, I brought some flowers for Gerald.
Thank you, you little sweetheart.
It's the least I can do. Sometimes I feel like all I do is run away. Anyway, I'll go lay them out.
I wish I could hug you now. Thank you. That's why you're the best daughter ever. Gerald Eisner. Question mark to 1180. Resting in the warm embrace of cherished memories.
I trained with Gerald just the other day. Why? Why did he have to go and die? It's too awful. He didn't deserve it.
He didn't deserve it. Monica deserved death. Or whatever her name is now.
Professor, thank you for all you have done for us. Nothing to report today.
You poor guard. Do your freaking job! But... okay, poor gatekeeper. But, here's the thing. Sat here... then happy... market music. Jeez. That really swing the mood badly. Like... ugh.
Hey,
It's supposed to be sad.
you have a...
I'm so sorry. I never quite know what to say at times like these. Just don't push yourself too hard too soon. It's okay to allow yourself to be sad right now, losing someone dear to you. Well, that said, Professor, I'm
so glad you're okay, Professor. I was so worried.
Oh, Professor, he must be starving. Mercy and I made some sweets for you. We were thinking that if you were to eat something sweet, it might help you feel better.
Thanks for you for the thought, actually.
Baking sweets is my specialty. I'm sure they'll do the trick.
And then it gets no support up. Well, that sucks.
lend us your ears. Ferdinand is saying impossible things.
I do not see what is impossible about it. All I said was that if you want to go back to Brigid, you probably can. You are the Empire's guest, so to speak. They cannot afford for something bad to happen to you. There would be a diplomatic incident. Someone close to us has turned up dead. So one could argue that you are not safe here anymore.
You were already told. I am learning here, from the Academy. What are you thinking, Professor?
You don't have to leave, you do not wish it, and you may return home if you so please. I feel like this will help Ferdinand. Honestly, this is the answer I would choose, but because I want Ferdinand to support me ASAP.
I am not returning to home until I have grabbed my goal. I will not be listening to the words of Ferdinand.
No, look, I did not mean to pressure you. Apologies for the misunderstanding.
What happened to Gerald? It's terrible. If there's anything I can do, simply ask. Even if what you desire is revenge, I'll gladly lend you my power. We can't let them get away with this.
When I heard that Monica was with the enemy, I was surprised by how unsurprised I was. Something was just off about her. It's hard to explain. That said, whenever she had free time, she was always hanging around with the Edelgard. I wonder if Edelgard is also... Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm just being paranoid. Please ignore me.
But you're right, Michelle Ruff. Monica was suspicious. I mean, 1 year... Well, after she talked to Hildegard and when Hilda actually opened the possibility that Monica might be a bad guy, then I started being suspicious. So it's actually thanks to Hilda.
Dark expressions don't suit you, Professor. But I'm glad to see you out in the world again. It seems this month will be a quiet one around here. There aren't many knights around to liven things up.
Most of the knights are gone, seeking out the enemy.
Isn't that a bit much? I agree it's important, but is it a good idea to neglect the safety of the monastery?
What do you think, Professor?
It'll be shame if we were invaded.
I agree. We can send some knights after our enemies, but so many? It makes the church seem reckless.
Someone's hiding here. Oh, it's Claude.
Hi, Teach. I see the storm in your eyes has passed. You're looking much better. I've been reading Gerald's diary. The baby he mentions. That's you, isn't it? I can't understand about half of what's written here, but Gerald really cherished you. That much is clear.
Thanks. He's learning more about my life than I am.
There is no one here who has not heard tales of Gerald's valor. We have suffered a most dear loss. I do not know what the enemy's aim was, but I do know this. After what they have done, we cannot suffer them to live. If there is anything I can do to ensure that justice is brought swiftly, you need only give the word.
Look how the Golden Deer is like, we're ready for battle! Well, at least Lorenz is. Not sure about the other Golden Deers. Well, no, Ignaz was just like worried about how everything's just going down the drain, and Leonie is just really sad that Gerald is dead.
Professor, people are saying horrible things about Marianne. They're saying she's friends with the bad guys. If I hear someone say that, I'll...
Leave it alone, Hilda. It doesn't matter.
We'll defeat the bad guys.
That would be the quickest way to resolve this. Come on, Marianne. Let's give it our all.
They say that all the knights is gone, then that means that Catherine's not here, so I cannot do no support this month with her.
Professor,
that sucks.
I'm sure you will pull through this because you're so strong, Professor. Best to stay calm during such tumultuous and upsetting times. We don't know the nature of our enemies. If we underestimate them, anything could happen.
We should be careful.
Yes, I agree. I don't want to lose you too, Professor.
Ah, my precious kids! Oh my gosh.
Professor, I've
I've sung lyrics lamenting death many times on stage, but when something like this happens in real life, I'm lost. I don't know what to say, but I do know this much. Sir Gerald must have been very proud to have you as his child.
Excuse me, Professor. How are you holding up? I know how heavily grief weighs upon one's heart. I lost my mother some time ago. It was... Forgive me my moment of weakness. Even all these years later, I cannot recall that time without feeling the pain as if it were brand new. Just know that I am praying for your mind and your heart to find peace.
When you find Monica, I'll give you permission for you to like stab her like rah, rah, many times like you did with Nemesis.
First Tomas, and now Monica. I do have a theory, though I admit it is nothing more than speculation. Both Tomas and Monica have each gone missing at one time or another. It was reported that when Monica returned from her disappearance, she began to act like a completely different person. As if, perhaps, the real Monica had been killed and replaced by an imposter.
That's what I've been saying! No one listens to me!
Thinking of it like that, it is possible that this Solon had been impersonating Tomas for some time. How they managed such a convincing change of appearance, though, I still do not understand.
Oh, is something hiding just behind that book?
I gotta remind myself that she's actually inside my head and not actually outside. A small letter bag inside a ring.
I have seen it before. Ah, I know. Gerald showed that ring to you beside a grave. Do you recall? He said he wished for you to have that ring one day. That means it's yours. He also said that you should gift that ring to someone special.
You mean someone that I will marry? Got it. But not now.
I have something rather uncomfortable to discuss. It's about the weapon that killed Gerald. Will you listen?
It was a dagger, but I know enough to know it wasn't an ordinary dagger. It wasn't made of iron or steel because, well, because whatever it was, the wound it left wasn't normal. Who could make a blade like that, do you figure?
Well, at least Nick does explain that, why such a weapon actually pierced his shield, but I don't think he was wearing a shield during the cutscene.
I wonder who they were.
You've lost someone very dear to you. I'm so... You have my sympathy. Manuela and I can take on some of your workload this month. We can't do all the teaching, but at least we can lighten the load for you. I've always seen strength in your eyes. I know you'll recover. You're a very strong person.
You have lost your father. Now more than ever, do I understand how very lucky I am that you were able to save me. Professor, I deeply appreciate what you have done. Thank you. If there is anything at all I can do in return, please tell me, okay?
Hello, Mr. Knight. Mr. Knight, I'm trying to press A and you don't want to speak to me. Mr. Knight, always Hubert, he's just hiding. What do you want, Hubert?
I've never been much for condolences.
That's it? Man, you suck as saying I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry about what happened to Gerald. No, of course my sorrow is nothing compared to yours. The Knights are even now searching for our enemy's whereabouts. They are to report back the moment they find something. If you desire revenge, Professor, you can count me in.
Everybody's want to be counted in.
You gotta keep yourself active during tough times, Professor. Even if it seems impossible. That's how I got through it when I lost my parents. If you need help with anything, just come and see me. Eating and training are my specialties.
I'm not even close to being strong enough. I mean, Gerald was... That's enough. Whatever happens.
Bow tournament today. Oh, the person that knows more about to use bows not here today. Oh, I can only depend on you right now. Go for it, Claude. Hubert? At 2? Oh wow, I am poaching everybody.
It was a good try. That's the golden deer for you. Never underestimate an outsider. That's the golden deer for you. It was a good try.
Excellent. Hooey, thank you, Claude. I just realized he has a cleavage. Did not realize it till now. Oh wow, the choir actually allowed me to unlock these two. Before I could take some time to bond with them. Oh, you could support with Ferdinand. Right. Geez. Not what I meant to do, but at least I got Ferdinand to the next level.
That settles that. And don't even think about brawling around here again.
Impressive, Caspar. Well done.
Hey, Ferdinand, did you see that fight?
I saw it from start to finish. Both parties were at fault, disturbing the peace. Then you stepped in and corrected their behavior. You are setting a good example. I am proud to call you my fellow noble.
Your fellow noble? I wasn't even thinking about nobility. That had nothing to do with it.
Excuse me, nothing? Resolving conflicts among common folk is a duty of the nobles. Is that not what you were doing?
I guess so. But it was more like instinct or something. I saw people acting out of line and I had to step in.
Ah, you were acting on impulse. You might be better served following moral convictions rather than instincts. Take me, for example. I always bear in mind that I am a noble and behave accordingly. The fortunate must help the unfortunate. That is my guiding principle.
I never have any idea what you're talking about. If someone's in trouble, you gotta help them out. Simple as that.
A difference of opinion, you might say. Very well then. Believe what you will. I will not expend energy trying to change your mind.
Maybe all of this noble stuff just isn't for me. Hey! Don't walk away when I'm talking to you!
Ay. I cannot do anything about this yet. God damn it! I wonder if I can recruit him now. Oh well, I'll take it. I still have to go here because Flame wants to talk to me, so let's do that.
It has been a while since we last spoke, Professor. Spare me a moment again, will you not? You recall how you helped me and allowed me to join your class, yes? I have learned a great many things since then. Indeed, I have truly grown so much. This personal growth is due in large part to you, and I wish to express my gratitude, sincerely.
I'm not sure you've grown that much.
Excuse me? Are you implying that I am still naive? I will have you know that I have made many friends and am constantly learning new things. Why, when I go to the market alone, I even haggle. You must be familiar with the delicate art of haggling, in which one negotiates a lower asking price for an item.
Why do that sounds familiar from another game?
That is the type of knowledge common only to those as mature as myself.
How old are you again?
Who? Me? Have you not asked this once before? It is a bit rude to ask repeatedly, you know.
But now I want to know it now, since you're acting so mature. You told me.
Is that so? Well, it seems we have something in common, since I do not know your age either. Come now, there is nothing to be gained from focusing so heavily on age. Touching on a previous discussion, I think I have learned more about you. I mentioned how you possess an air of mystery. I compared you to any old sea, but I have come to realize you are more like a particular sea, one I have seen before. When I was quite small, my mother would take me out to play in the sea. She was an excellent fisher, my mother. I grew to love fish deeply because of her.
And that is your common trait. Where are you going to go with this? Also, I was gonna make a yeah, of course. Age is tis but a number. Except when it might land you to jail, apparently. But I kind of missed the bus. But once again, Flame, where are you going on with this?
Well, you see, fish are... Oh, wait. I was talking about the sea, was I not? Anyhow, I sense that, like the sea, your depths are seemingly impenetrable. Yet, despite your unknowable depths, there is something familiar about you. It's as if we have met somewhere, long, long ago.
I have a little grin beside my head. Maybe you met her before.
No, you met before? I do not think so. It is all quite strange, really. I wonder if we might be distant relatives. No, that cannot be it either. After all, if we were related, that would mean... Though considering all that Rhea has done, it is not entirely outside the realm of possibility. Oh, apologies. Just muttering to myself. It is nothing. Mutterings aside, I mean to say that you do not feel like a stranger to me. For whatever reason, I feel deeply connected to you. And for this, I am glad.
Any other support that is not Catherine or Ferdinand? Because there's some I can't get through. Damn it! Where's this one more? Okay, it's just a seed. Good. Alright. Let's see if I could take Ferdinand for tea, because I have one more, and...
Professor.
Why not?
Much appreciated.
I should have figured out what he likes.
I am honored to be invited. Much appreciated. Nice. Sorry? Right.
Yeah, this guy seems to be all classy so far.
Sorry?
Okay, yes, I'm doing it right.
Since I was a child, I have loved riding horses and fighting. People used to tell me to act more like a noble.
Then I will... Yes! Perfect! I mean, no, that's not how a video game, fighting game does. It is perfect.
Sorry?
No, not sorry. Here, have a forget-me-not.
What a kind gift. Oh. Teacher.
Teacher.
Sorry? You are looking for a weak spot, are you not? Look as long as you like. You will not find any. This flavor.
I'm saving because of the
I trim my eyebrows carefully every morning. A noble must always be well groomed.
Well, I'm saving it because I got perfect with Ferdinand.
Thank you for spending time with me. What a treat. I hope we can do this again soon.
Yes.
Professor.
I cannot do anything else. Please become my party member.
Oh, Professor, well.
God damn it. Looks like I really need to take a very special course case with freaking... No. I need to take a very crash course with Armored. But I can't because all the knights are gone.
Professor.
3 knights are gone. 2 of them left the school and 1 of them is dead. 6 feet under.
Whatever happened. Hey, Professor. No?
Gonna have to work with the raw stuff. Okay, let's instruct manually. Yeah, Catherine and Shamir's not here. I mean, of course they're not. They're gone. Raining shot.
Is this really something I can do?
Now you do. Alright, let's do this. Begin the lecture.
I have a question.
You know how something ordinary can be more private than expression or how nutrition? I think that is. Fancy meals are boring if you eat them every day. It's hard to talk to someone that thinks is better than yours. God damn, the dogs keep barking. Fancy meals?
Impressive. You know, you're a really good teacher.
Awesome. Give me more of those things.
Professor.
You think you're basically focus on skills? Sure, why not? And begin the week.
I'm glad I get to work with you. Of course, Marianne. You can always count on your old pal Hilda. Thank you. I'll do my best.
Has the game has been up? No, it's the way I've changed the voice
That was
actor.
amazing, Hilda.
Something about you makes me want to put in effort. It's kind of weird.
Perfect.
Guess I'm still growing.
It's fun when you know what you're doing.
I'm getting much better.
It's all coming together.
It's all instinct now.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay. Oh, yeah, why not?
Music speaks to the heart. It's more powerful
Wrong.
than any weapon.
No, wait.
I hope this song reaches the goddess's ears.
Mercedes need the motivation, right? Yeah, I help her with the bow. It's Rhea's birthday. Oh, no tea time with her.
I am grateful.
But here, have a flower. Okay, let's see what I can do here. I could do the mission quest here, then go back to the monastery, do more socially grinding, and then finish off with more battles. Actually, what do I have here? Only Divining World. They have these two quests, so yeah, I could do that. Or if I don't get any more Paralog, here's what I can do. I could do this, and then at the 25th I could do the other two. That sounds like a plan. Of course, I kind of forgot to get Casper in here, so god damn it! Oh man. Look, I have to invite Casper next week. Oh, the sadness, my dad's death is really taking the best out of me.
I look to you like a